All right, family. We black again with the general, man. We is some heated conversations we having around this confrontation over there, Iran, the United States, the Israelis. We're going into 2 weeks now of confrontations. Bombs is dropping all over the place, and you know, it comes a time when you have it being a leader, you know, and your peoples is looking for you, to lead them in a way where they could be productive, can be successful. You got to know when something is above and beyond, your ability, to be successful. You see, Black Power, we in the house. Iran is, one of the major forces in the Middle East. What they call the Middle East is really no Middle East. That's Northeast Africa. And so that's a story, and that's a whole nother story. And right there, you see, so Iran is a powerhouse over there. And, Iran and Iraq was at war for 30 years. Iraq and Iran was over there warring for a long time. Saddam Hussein and the Shah and all of that, they was over there warring. And so Iran over there, they a big bully. They try to bully all the other, because once you understand Islam, you know what, that they got they the citadel of Shiite religion, denomination of Islam. And so, they the big bully. You got Saudi Arabia, you got Iran, and when Iraq was under Saddam Hussein, another you had the three major forces over there. But so, Iran is not at all, what you want to call, such a what is it, I'm looking for, where they just so innocent, they're not innocent at all. Okay. They're not innocent at all. And so they've been over there brutally, you understand? No different. They've been over there brutally oppressing their people, knocking off their people too. So, it's just two brutal regimes, that are engaged in this battle of wheels and who gonna be on top. And a lot of people, they want to say that, the United States is over with. They saying that the United States empire, and a lot of people do say that. They say, oh man, it's over for the United States. Okay, it's over for the United States. And I'm not here to declare nothing. I'm just here to observe what I see. You see, I'm just here to observe what I see, not what people say. And, because, what we got to do, it don't require us to, too much worry about nothing other than what we got to take care of. You see, and if it come time that we had to strategize against anybody, we can do that. That's not a problem. You see, but people is just saying that America is over with. But yet and still, I see them successfully knocking people upside their damn head over there. See, and that's not no good. People's always talking. Okay, but what am I seeing? I mean, is you seeing something that I'm not seeing? What, am I seeing something that you're not seeing? Okay, because they saying they having something like 50 to 60,000 strikes on Iran. That's a whole lot of strikes. Man, that's a whole lot of strikes. You see what I'm saying? That's a whole lot of strikes. So the infrastructure got to be in shambles. You see, the damn infrastructure got to be totally in shambles for the United States and the Israelis to have that many strikes. You see, And every time some jump off, you know, you got the you got the Israelis over there. I don't support them. I don't support them. I'm just on the outside looking in. I understand why they had to strike, Hamas, and look how, they just a minority over there. If they don't, I mean, just understand that, they're a minority. I ain't saying it's right or wrong. Yeah, they took the land, but who took it before them? You act like the Palestinian. We know the history of the land. You see, so if we're gonna go back, they took it. They weren't always the rulers of that land. Yeah, they may have been the rulers before the Israelis came in there, but they weren't always the rulers of the land. That's where the lie come in. So see, I know better than that. Just like what you see over there, that ain't the ancient Persians. That is not. If you go to Persepolis and you see them people, them black skins with them curls in their hair, that's not the man you see over there today. I'm sorry if you confused about that. That's not my business. That's on you. That's your confusion. You see, that's your confusion. I know what the ancient records say. The ancient records say the peoples of the what they call Persia or Elam were of Ethiopian descent. I'm clear on that. I seen all the records I need to see. I seen all the evidence I need to see to prove that. To prove that. So what's over there today? And you decide what's over there today. Was Iran in the Indian slave trade with selling Africans across the Indian Ocean? Yes, they was in the Indian. Yes, they was in the Indian slave trade. Yes, they bought and sold Africans. No different than Britain, France, or no other. Was they brutal? Yes, they was brutal. Yes, they was brutal. So they just, all of them was brutal. But you want to look at and then see, because some of y'all got that, y'all got that, we all got this certain fantasy about Islam being the black man and black woman original religion. And so somehow y'all interpret that somehow Islam is, and they over there, Iran is backing all type of terrorist hit squads in Africa right now. Over there, all them Arabs pick and choose certain, ISIL and Al Qaeda back influence proxies in Africa. But y'all don't say nothing about that. Y'all don't say nothing about that because you's a confused Negro. And so I don't pay you no attention because your mind is only focused on this and say, oh, what America is doing. Look at what Iran is doing too. I ain't saying neither one. I'm on the outside, but if you're going to sit up here and say, oh, America, well, what about Iran and all the sins of Iran against black people? What about that? You gonna close your eyes to that fool? Okay, then let's wake up out. So yeah. So they all had their hand. All their hands is bloody. You see what I'm saying? When it come to that, all their hands is bloody. And so I'm on the outside looking in, but I'm gonna tell you like this. If a lot of people, you're gonna hear it out there because they're gonna put a spin on the damn story. Iran can't take no more damn destruction. I don't care. I don't care what you're talking about. You see, they can't take no more damn destruction over there. And see, them leaders is a where they the leaders and the people it's a gap, in where they want to go with the country. Them mullahs over there in Iran, they think they living back in 700 AD. They still think they sitting out on the damn in the middle of the desert in some damn tents with some goddamn goats and damn camels, where the world then moved into a modern age. And so, yeah, they could keep their culture, but a lot of the people, they want to move into a new way of living, a more modern way. Look at China. China still moved into the modern era. They was over there too, no different, with wheelbarrows and goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Majority of, if you go back 30 years, clearly 35 years, the majority of China was out in the damn forest, in the mountains. They just came into the cities in the last 20 some years. 25 years is when they came into the city. It would blow your mind how fast some of them cities been built. They bigger than damn near New York City, some of them. You know what I'm saying? They got about at least 25 to 30 cities over there the size of Chicago. You see, that's how fast they came up but they moved into the new modern age. You see, now they got all type of, trains and cities and all type of technology. They done kept their Chinese culture and everything. So at least they gave their people a new modern way of living. And so Iran, they want to act like they still in the damn desert some damn where. They want to act like they want the people to walk around like they, 700 AD. Okay? They got a divide over there. And so, yeah, the people are still going to respect but these peoples is living in the past. Yeah, it could, you know what I'm saying? They living so far in the damn past that if they don't hurry up and catch up, man, I mean, this is ridiculous. But they want to keep the people bottled up, you see? And so there's a divide between the leadership and some of the people. Maybe not all the people. Some of the people still support their leadership. We're not saying that. But they still, just like, American people is disenfranchised by what's going on in the government. You see government totally going in one direction, and both damn parties, Republican and them. I don't even get into that. You'll never hear me talk about nothing like that. All of them is backwards. Everything they doing is backwards, but they trying again to keep their regime in power. You see what I'm saying? That's all that is a regime. So Trump trying to keep his regime, the Republicans trying to keep their regime in power and whatever. And it's going to be, and listen to me, and you're going to have to learn this. And see, your heart, see, you emotional. I'm not emotional. It is what it is. You see, it's about power. And once you understand it's about power, y'all, when you start acting emotional and saddy, man, and take your house shoes off, homie. Take your house shoes off. You can't come in here with your house shoes on, man. You just got to look at it for what it is, man. And if that was your family, you see what I'm saying? Just imagine if it was your household. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, that's just like, say, for instance, you get into it with some cats, and they know where you live at. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna you gonna beef with these. You gonna beef with these niggas for real, even though they know where you stay at and they didn't threaten they gonna shoot your house up and you got your family in your house. See, that's the kind of Negroes that's out here making these comments. You know what I'm saying? You got to have it in your mind, well, I can't beef with these cats. Because my family here, I might not even be here. I might be here and they might want to come by and spray the house up. You know what I'm saying? So what do? You have to choose your battles. You can't sit up here and say, oh, I'm going to beef with them. You know what I'm saying? You might have to, you might. And if you do, you have to do it in a way where, hey, the job got to get done. You're going to deal and you get the job done and move on. You see what I'm saying? Get it done. Don't leave, but get it done. Clean the street if you got to. But you know what I'm saying? If it come down to, you and yours, you know what I'm saying? But don't be going back and forth. Don't be engaged, and you leave the enemy out there. You threaten the enemy. You tell the enemy is on, and then he come by and punish the family. See, y'all weak. You're weak. You knew good and well you couldn't face the United States. You know you couldn't do that. You knew you couldn't do it. And a lot of people say, oh, Iran didn't lost. They people didn't lost. What are you talking about? Imagine, man, listen here. If a pipe busts in the ground out here and your water cut off, listen here. Imagine the lights just go out. Do you know what kind of Just the lights going out, man. You know, just say the lights go out for 24 hours. Man, my lights went out one time, man, for 24 hours, man. Man, it was like we was living in the Stone Age. You know what I'm saying? The refrigerator was out. The whole hood was out. You see what I'm saying? Couldn't get nothing cold. Yeah, it was a couple places where you could get something cold to drink, but, you know, not for real. You couldn't get, you know, you ain't got ice. You see, you got to have ice if you want to keep your food, you know, just simple things like that, you know. Now imagine somebody bombing you. Your bridges is gone. You can't even go across the bridge where the other food is at. You can't get across they bomb your infrastructure. They bomb your water. They try not to do that first to punish the people. But a lot of times when they really want to get you out of a certain area, they'll bomb the water, they'll bomb the electricity, they'll bomb certain roads, they'll bomb the roads to give you one road out of there. You ain't coming across them roads because they're going to bomb them. Boom, 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 boom. Ain't no tanks, ain't no trucks, ain't no cars coming down these roads. So they didn't knock your infrastructure out. They didn't bomb your road. They didn't bomb the water, you know. And so people were sitting over there not understanding the predicament these peoples is in. And you want these people to keep fighting? What the hell they gonna win? What the hell I mean, is you serious? Y'all is some fools. Y'all is some fools. That's what I'm saying. Two ignorant regimes. You know what I'm saying? They're going at it. Two ignorant regimes. And they're going to sit over there and they're going to keep going and they're going to keep bombing them. And you know what? It's going to take them forever. It's going to take them. If you've been in a city and the roads is, you can already say, man, it's going to take them years to get these roads together. You know what I'm saying? Potholes all over the damn place. And you understand? Now imagine you got goddamn craters so goddamn big, a whole damn 16 wheeler fall down in the damn hole. You see? No water, no food. If you understand what I'm saying? No food, no exports. And people talking about, well, you know, the Iranians is putting some things out there in the Strait of Hormuz. Yeah, but where's they exports and imports? They ain't getting none neither. What you think what you think they getting? They ain't getting no exports and no imports either. So so eventually who you hurting? So the infrastructure is bombed out. You're under terror alert. Because I mean, your nerves got to be shot to hear, you know, every 2 seconds alarms is going off because somebody about to bomb. You see what I'm saying? They just bombed them kids, which is a tragedy. That's another tragedy. You see what I'm saying? They didn't, you know, bomb went over there and blew up a school. That's a tragedy. You know, nobody wants that. That's a shame, you know. Babies in there and it boom, you know, that's a travesty, a tragic. You see what I'm saying? Beyond, you know, even explanation. But that's why you got to think, man, do I want this? Do I want it like this? Is it something else that I could do on a political level that could even be a greater win for me? That's why sometimes it take the mind. The mind can, you know, and let me maneuver something, you know. You know, let's maneuver on a political, to get what we trying to achieve. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm gonna just say, man, that Iran can't take no more destruction over there, man. Straight up, they can't take no more destruction like what they taking. You know, and yeah, it's gonna be some terrorist attacks. It's gonna be that. But compare and see what they doing to y'all, because they really don't want y'all to see what's going on over there. You see what I'm saying? They gonna show you, oh, this guy had a terrorist attack in Norfolk. We're gonna talk about that. Yes, he killed, I think, one teacher and shot 2 more people, and then you had something pop off in Dearborn. It was a synagogue, and I believe, was it in Dearborn? I think it was in Dearborn. And so a few more places, and yes, yeah. But compared to what, you got these few, and they blowing that up because they want you stressing. They want you stressed out too. They want the whole world stressed out behind this. You see, but really what's happening over there, man, is mind-boggling. You see, it's mind-boggling what's happening over there. You see, and so, I listen, this, when he said the war is over, he didn't mean that they weren't gonna stop fighting. But the damage that's been done to their infrastructure is enormous. And if they go another, and they said that they wasn't even hitting the water and things like that yet. They ain't hitting that. They hitting military. But if they take off the gloves, in which we don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see that level of destruction on the people. And even though them people didn't, you know what I'm saying, then in this day and age, you don't want to see that level with that type of destruction. You really don't want to, you don't want to say we're not praising it at all. You understand? We don't want to see that, because once these leaders start thinking that's okay, that they can bomb nations into oblivion, which they've been doing, but you know what I'm saying? It's going to look what they're doing in Ukraine and what they're doing in Iraq and what they're doing. And man, they is leveling these damn places. It ain't like back in the day. You drop a bomb here and there, boom, 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 and send somebody a message. They are literally leveling these places. They're leveling these places, man. The whole damn society has been leveled. And I'm just letting you know. And so the leaders for the people over there, they're gonna have to goddamn throw in the top. That's gonna happen eventually. And you could sit here and say, oh man, it's standing. They throwing in the top. Do you understand what I'm saying? Even if they send somebody else to do it for them. You know what I'm saying? And say and let the other person look like they initiated the conversation. You're gonna see one of them leaders from either Russia and we're gonna talk about how Putin is coming out on top. He coming out on top, where he's selling all his oil now. You understand? They had put sanction on Putin. Now Putin, the man on the block. Everybody going to him to get the gas and the oil. You see what I'm saying? But it's time to get ready to throw that towel in, family. It's time to throw that towel in. I want y'all to get on over here, family. The Patreon. We're going to have this Too Raw for YouTube presentation. Let me get in here. We're going to be illegal Chinese marijuana growing farms in the United States, man, where the Chinese is over here, man, with the Mexican cartel. They done took over they got growing farms right here in the United States, man. They growing all your trees, they fentanyl and everything else. Y'all ain't even talking about that. It's a war going on all over the place, man. On different levels, and you're not even knowing this. You ain't even talking about it because you don't know about it. Get on over there, click the link at the top of the chat, and man, be in the house, man. It'll blow your mind how they've been operating over here right up under your nose. Okay, family. I know y'all out there mad at me. Yeah. Russia allied. Well, that's why Trump then took some of the sanctions off of Russia so they could go over there and talk to them and tell them to throw in the towel. All right, family. I'll see y'all in a minute. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on the Wicked Beast Daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Boom. Black power.